Thursday morning, and yeah, I'm already running a little bit behind where I wanted to be. It's 5 to 9. Normally getting through the town there to the yard here, it's a 15-minute commute, but for whatever reason it took half an hour this morning. So anyway, I've loaded up with my RAM. I've got my 2,000 hour service kit on the van for a 160 high track service. The machine is 2 hours 7 minutes away, but it's only 79 miles. So yeah, that goes to show you the sorts of roads that I've got to go and look forward to. Marvellous. Right, we'll jingle on, and hopefully we'll make up a bit of time while we're servicing. All right. So I found my digger, and we're up on top of this hilltop, and what a view, like. Really nice. One of the perks of the job, I would say. So I'm doing a 2,000 hour service on this machine. It's done 8,000 hours. Now 8,000 hours, it should really have a hydraulic oil change and a coolant change. I'm going to check the coolant, check the concentration of it, and when I spoke to the customer, I gave him the option to change the hydraulic oil because I don't honestly mind doing it. It only adds about 20 minutes onto the job, but he just said leave it for the time being because he's going to get the machine back into his yard and give it a bit of a square up. So he's going to do it himself later on. So that suits me because it saves us a bit of time on the job. But yeah, I've got my hubs lined up. We'll do air filters, hydraulic filters, engine oil filters, and fuel filters. So hopefully we'll make up a bit of time that we lost this morning and get through to this dipper ram job just after lunch. So yeah, let's get on. Opened the van door and I forgot I've got this great big box to work around that should be in the way too much. That's my dipper ram in there. I forgot to mention as well, that isn't the machine I saw up on that hillside yesterday, so that's a happy little bonus. But yeah, like I say, the driver of the machine just sent me a message about 10 days ago saying that he's off this morning and the machine's ready for a service. So all I need to do is remember which day that he's off, and I go into my phone, go onto the Doosan Connect app, look at what the hours are on it, look at the location of it, and point the van in that direction. So happy days. Nice and easy when it's like that. Right. I don't know what the wind noise will be like. It is windy up here, but yeah, Friday's video I was talking to you about these belly plates on these forestry machines, and this is one that's been done right. I think it was Carlton Engineering at Moffat that put these belly plates on, but they put these nice inspection plates in because they understand that engine oil needs changed every 500 hours, and there, it's that easy. I don't need to take a dozen bolts out and drop these heavy belly plates onto my shoulders and then down onto the floor and, you know, struggle on getting them back on. So that's a good job well done, I would say. 12:15 now, so it's that digger serviced and ready to start its day's work. I was going to stop and have my lunch, and I realised I haven't brought my lunch with us. So, yeah, the spot that I'm heading to is an hour and 20 minutes away, and I think, yeah, I can go, I'll take a diversion through a village where hopefully there's a shop where I can get a sandwich. Yeah, it'll only be a 15-minute diversion if I do that, so yeah, I'll do that. Or maybe yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go and get a sandwich from a shop. I'm at my digger. I've found a nice heap of wood chip that I can work off, so all there is to do for the time being is take the 2 pipes off the grease pipe and hopefully pull these pins out without too much of a fight. There we go, one dipper ram fitted. Yeah, successful job. Nothing out of the ordinary for a change, and nice and straightforward. Weather held off. It looked like it was going to rain at various points throughout the job, but there's absolutely nothing to report there. So it's 21 minutes past 5. I've got about 40 minutes to get home, so 6 o'clock finish won't be too bad, will it? Right, I'll see you in the morning. Friday morning, and I've chucked all the stuff out the back of the van from yesterday. There's that ram, that empty filter kit, waste oil, and restocked. I've done a bit of paperwork in the office and sorted some bits out, and yeah, I've got my stop solenoid for my DX10. It's down South Cumbria. I've got a 27 to go and see as well while I'm down there, and there's also Takuchi. Yeah, so we'll get a look at those. I was asked a question in one of my videos not too long ago about there's a lad, he's looking to go into plant mechanicking and wanting to know what sort of tools he should be buying. So personally, I think if you're looking to become a plant mechanic, good on you. There's not many people that want to do the job, believe it or not, but my advice to you would be hold off on buying the tools straight away. If you're going in green, you haven't got any experience, you'll be sort of put with a more experienced fella in the workshop, and for the first 6 months or so you'll be shadowing him, doing jobs with him and using his tools. Then once you get a bit of experience, you'll probably get asked to change engine oil on a digger, or jobs like that. So for the first 6 months I would hold fire, and then when you do get going, I'll show you what I would recommend. So I would recommend a good 1/2 inch, 3/8 drive and 1/4 drive socket set, sort of middle of the road. You don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on snap-on or Mac tools or out like that. Just a good middle of the road socket sets. For example, this ratchet here is a Draper ratchet. This one here is a Mac tools. That one was best part of 80 quid. That one was 13 quid. The reason I bought this one, because I thought I'd lost that one and it turned up in one of my boiler seat pockets. But I'll be honest with you, now that I've got this one for 13 quid, this one's my go-to to grab when I'm working. It's got a real nice fine tooth ratchet on it, so does this one. Yeah, if I lose that one, I've lost 13 quid. If I lose that one, I've lost 80 quid. So yeah, a lot of tools nowadays are all much of a muchness. It's just all about where you can get them from. That's handy, that you can go back, you know, if I have a problem with that, I can go back with the receipt and they'll probably replace it for us. The Mac tool guy comes in with his van once a week. I think it's a Tuesday, but I'm hardly ever in the workshop nowadays to, you know, if something went wrong with that, I'd probably have to go out my way to try and catch him to get replacement bits. So that's where I am with that. This, however, this is snap-on flexi head 3/8 drive ratchet, and I'll use that one all the time, to be fair. I have got a normal standard ratchet, but to be fair, that stays in the toolbox about 90% of the time. That one there, I can get in just about anywhere I need to with it, and if I can't get in there with that, then, you know, I'll get the other ratchet out. And then this one, this is cheap and cheerful 1/2-inch drive ratchet, my big ratchet. And again, you know, I've got more expensive ratchets, but I find this one here does everything that I need it to. You know, I'm not afraid to put a bit too much pain on it, and if it breaks, it breaks. It's not that expensive to replace. So don't go absolutely crackers buying, you know, snap-on socket sets and this, that and the other, because yeah, you'll be spending a fortune if you're just getting set off. All fine and dandy, you know, spending a fair bit of money on tools once you're kind of established. You know, at the end of the day, it's your career, and you know, that's all fine and well. Spanners wise, so I would get a socket set and some decent spanners. So, and I mentioned to you the other day about starting work at the cherry picker hire spot. They bought me some sort of basic tools to get me set off with, and that included these really nice brittle spanners, and you can't get those anymore. Well, you maybe could on eBay second hand, but brand new you can't get them anymore, and they're a really good set of spanners. So 2 sets of the same spanners, and then I would definitely get some bigger spanners as well. Again, these are the brittle ones that I got set off with, and then my spanner sizes go from 50 down to 20. So yeah, I would certainly get, for the bigger spanners, I would double up on spanners up to 32mm, and then after that you'd probably get away with 150, 141, 36, 38, 42. If you're working in plant, you probably get away with a lot of your jobs quite fine that way. And what have I got here? Oh yeah, these are really handy for changing oil filters. I use these 99% of the time. If I'm not using those ones, I use those ones. I do have these for taking filters off, but I mean, like I say, 99% of the time I'm using filter grips. I don't mess around with filter straps or those sort of filter chains unless unless the machine hasn't been serviced for a very long time. So that's what I would set yourself up with. Decent set of spanners, double up from 8mm up to 32mm, and then quarter drive, 3/8 drive and 1/2-inch socket sets. And then yeah, you'll probably want some screwdrivers and some decent side cuts and pliers, but just sort of slowly build it all up. Don't go absolutely crackers with your first pay slip. So yeah, I hope that helped. Yeah, if you're going in as an apprentice, my advice to you, when you're working in the workshop, pay attention to the experienced fella that you've been put with. Ask questions, don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to ask why something does that when you do that, X, Y and Z, because you know, the more you learn, the quicker you'll gain experience. Also as well, you know, if the fella that you're working with goes on holiday and you turn up for work and nobody's giving you a job to do, then don't sort of like stand around at the workbench kicking your feet on your phone. Pick up a brush, have a tidy up, empty the bins, or go and ask somebody if they need help, because you know, that all adds to your reputation within that working environment, and your manager, service manager, whoever will pick up on that you're keen to work, fit to, you know, do a day's work, and he'll probably start to add more and more responsibilities to you as you get more and more experienced, and you'll get to where you want to be quicker. So that would be my advice. Have a bit of a can-do attitude, and you know, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and get stuck in. That's that stop solenoid replaced. So yeah, you've got 3 wires going to it. You've got an earth, you've got a pull and a hold. So when you turn the ignition on, your pull wire should have in this case 12 volts for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then once the machine's started, it's your hold wire that keeps the solenoid pulled in. And yeah, my powers were there, so replace this coil. It does feel very, very warm even now, 5 minutes later after pulling it off. So yeah, 1 job down, 2 more to go. Hey, I'm on a busy road on the Roadworks, so I'll go and get a look at that 27 there, and I'll let you know how we come on. I think it's probably best, and then just round the corner there's a Takeuchi to go and see for it overheating. So just leave it with us for now. Right, so I'm just back at the workshop now, having been at that 27 and the Takeuchi. So the Takeuchi, it was a complaint of overheating. When I got down there, the driver had put a bottle of water in it this morning. He said it seems to lose water. Couldn't see any evidence of any major coolant leaks. But what I did notice was when I took the oil filler cap off the rocker cover, the engine was breathing heavy. There was also a lot of evidence around the engine breather pipe underneath the machine and around the track base that there was a bit of engine oil about as well. When I dipped the engine oil, the machine had been running all morning. There wasn't a great deal of signs pointing towards water in the engine oil, but I suspect the head gasket's probably on its way out. So I've let the customer know. He just wanted me to have a quick look at it just to get my opinion of it. He'll lift the machine over the weekend and have a good look at it himself. The DX27, when you're working the machine, it would be bogging down, as though it's fuel starvation. With those machines, they can be prone to the fuel pipes kinking, especially around the exhaust area, just with the heat of the exhaust. So I've rerouted some fuel pipe in there, and that seems to be going all right now, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, not a bad day. It hasn't been fantastic content wise, I suppose, because obviously I've not been able to film those last 2 jobs just because it was so busy on that road, and yeah, I didn't want to be kind of keep taking my eye off the ball, so to speak. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for today's video. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Every little helps, and if you've enjoyed the video, give it a like as well. It's all greatly appreciated. And for more bits and pieces throughout the week, don't forget to head over to my Instagram page, Ali's Digger Diary. Have a good weekend everyone, and see you on Monday.